Hey guys, what's up? This is the Demon Corpse, and today we'll be talking about Halo Wars, the OG RTS game in the Halo universe that some people don't like. I mean, it's a good RTS game. If you've never played Halo Wars, the first game, it was released on the 360, and now it's on Xbox One, and I do believe it will get a physical copy at some point for the Xbox One version, Bobby, by LRG because of LRG's relationship with Xbox. It's plausible, but and I probably would buy that. I would. I'm not. Don't question me with Halo. I mean, that's a series. I'm big. I mean, I could probably make a whole. I think I've already made it. I kind of have talked about me when I was younger, where I was like a massive zealot. I mean, you want to talk about fanboyism? I was a fanboy of anything Halo. Doesn't matter. If it was something about Halo, I was interested. Like even if you tried to get me into Star Wars, and I was a fan of Star Wars then, but when I saw Halo, I was like, back off Star Wars. I'm not interested in you anymore. This is the shit. And I was like that with Halo. I thought that was like everything. But besides that, back to Halo Wars, and there's a lot of cool stuff with Halo Wars, and I thought the campaign was really good. Cutscenes were fabulous, and I did not know this because when I was capturing it again, when I got to the credits, it's by Blow Studios. I was like, what? You mean I did not know Blow Studios were back in 2008. I think that's when Halo Wars came out 2008. I didn't know they were that somewhat old. I was like, dang, they were making graphics from then. I mean, you look at graphic like the cutscenes from Halo Wars, and you look at anything else that came. Oh my goodness, nothing was compared to that. I mean, the cutscenes in Halo Wars were so amazing. Gameplay, it's good. I mean, it's a really good gameplay. It's somewhat basic, and it was on the 360. And back then, I mean, you didn't really see RTS games get released on console. There was some like Red Alert and the other game Lose and Battle of Middle Earth 2, and a couple on the OG Xbox, but not like turn based. Not it wasn't turn based, but like Age of Empires ish type of RTS games released on consoles. And this was the first time ever we ever got a game like that on even Xbox, I would say as a whole, and it was impressive. It was a very impressive approach, and there was so many cool weapons, cool like enemy leaders, and even like the Flood. You could face against the Flood on the multiplayer maps that we don't have in Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, not Halo 5, but Halo Wars 2. We don't even have that. And I will say this as well, but I should have said in Halo Wars two's multiplayer. It's so weird that none of the actual bases aren't controlled by any of like the factions, like the Forerunners or the Flood. I mean, there was so much potential, but they never did that. And I will say this: at least Halo Wars had multiplayer maps, and I don't think I said this in Halo Wars 2's review. Is that Halo Wars is Halo Wars 2 multiplayer maps use the same maps. It is nutso to me. There's not many maps that Halo Wars 2 has, and they're all reused. Like if you want to do a 1v1, they just make the map smaller. If you want to do 3v3, it would just make the map bigger. It's legit the same maps, but in just different terrains and that. It's so lazy and so disappointing that they did that type of crap. I mean, they probably didn't have enough. Well, they probably did have enough time, but they were lazy. Let's just say. And I was somewhat disappointed when I was even the campaign. Like some of the campaign maps are multiplayer maps, and it's like, what the hell, man? This is ridiculous. Because when I was playing capturing, I just saw that. I was like, wait, this is a multiplayer map. I was like, I wonder. And I started playing the other campaign maps, and some of them are just multiplayer maps. I got no problem with that, but it's like, really 343? But besides that, back to Halo Wars. Halo Wars has its own maps, and they even made a Blood Gulch multiplayer map that's for like RTS, and that was impressive. Those are lost things that really made Halo Wars really special to me. Even the music in Halo Wars, it's not by Martin O'Donnell, but it's Martin O'Donnell. I thought I butchered his name. I was like, damn it. No, Thing is, I didn't. Even Michael Salvatore, that I always have to say as well, because he did work on the Halo soundtracks as well. I do think he doesn't. I don't think Michael Salvatore gets that much praise. It's always Martin O'Donnell. It's those two people who worked on the Halo soundtrack. They worked on Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, and Halo Reach. Even Halo Legends soundtrack that's an anime. Well, no, well, I have to look at more information on that, but it does have a anime-ish vibe. But I gotta look. But besides that area, we're getting sidetracked. That's a whole other topic for another time. But I mean, there's even the Arbiter. Well, another Arbiter that's not the Arbiter we know from Halo 2. That looks amazing, and there were different custom designs that were really impressive. Even the Flood had like different Flood forms in the game, and like Flood bases. Like there was a lot, even Flood turrets that weren't really turrets, but they like shot like a thing of like a goo at you. And even the vultures were nuts. So the vultures were really cool. Oops, excuse me. Even even like everything you could upgrade and improve on it. Even the Spartans, that was a really cool thing that they did do in Halo Wars 2 as well, where you can take over vehicles as when you control the Spartans. And there's all it's I don't know. There's just so much stuff I can think of that I'm really impressed by with Halo Wars. It's such an amazing. It's probably because of me being those member berries are kicking in because I'm thinking of the Halo Wars soundtrack. But as a whole, if you've never played Halo Wars, I would highly recommend it. I have a 360 copy. I don't have the definitive edition. I probably should grab it at some point, check that version out. Probably it's the same. It's probably they add like, some add-on content that was digital only, but now it's on the definitive edition, maybe. But it's probably multiplayer stuff. And I think if you buy it on Steam, you can add like mods to like get flood leaders, Forerunner leaders. I mean, stuff that I wish they actually added. But I mean, to this day, Halo Wars Definitive Edition is just a great RTS game. I think there's still people playing it. I tried to get back into it a while back, and it's difficult. I mean, I'm used to Halo Wars 2's gameplay, so it is difficult to get back into that. So it takes time, but right now I don't really have time because I'm always busy with something else or that. So it is that, but if it's in, and I do miss a lot of stuff from Halo, but I don't know. I gotta play other things and explore new things, and kind of just how it is. But as a whole, I would probably give Halo Wars, even the 360 version and the Definitive Edition, a good old fashioned 9 out of 10. I mean, Ensemble Studios did it. Reason why I won't give it a 10 out of 10, mostly. Why would I give only a 9 out of 10? Maybe just because it whooped my ass when I was younger, and I still remember that whooping my ass when I played it, so I kind of have that grudge. But it's a 10 out. You know what? I'll give it a 10 out of 10. There's no issues with the game. It's such a perfect game. Not a 9 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. I think it's a really great RTS game, and you should play it if you're big into RTS games. And this is just probably because of me being a Halo fan, and will give it more points than usual, but I think Halo Wars is such a great game, and rest in peace to Ensemble Studios, the people who made Age of Empires, and I think even a couple of other games. All I really know is they worked on the Age of Empires and Halo Wars, and after that, I saw something about like a Halo RPG, but then that got canceled, and then they kind of just shut down. Sad, but I mean it happens. I mean Microsoft just told them, "Hey, we gotta shut you down." Don't know why, but I guess they thought they weren't that valuable. But they're probably regretting it. Maybe I don't know. They regret Lionsgate, them shutting down Lionsgate. But I don't know. That's just Microsoft. They have calculations, and if it isn't profitable, they're gonna shut it down. I mean, that could happen with Xbox. Let's be honest here. It could happen. Would that suck? Yeah. I mean, it's like dang, crazy. I mean, it is happening, but that'll probably be for another video at another time. I probably already made a video about it, I believe. So, but yeah, what's your guys' opinion on Halo Wars? Do you guys like it, hate it, Or you in the middle with it because you're like, oh, it's an RTS game. Who gives a crap? And I do see that a lot. I see a lot of people who are like that don't like RTS games. Don't know why. This is just a thing? I mean, like, people just don't like RTS games? Like, it's the fun. I mean, you get to control armies and you get to destroy other people. Or maybe it's just because you gotta use your brain and you gotta actually do something with strategy, and most people get headaches and they can't play RTS games. Sadly, but I don't know. It's just something that I think some people have, but maybe not. What do I know? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you, scavengers!